Welcome back to the Untouchaballs podcast. Caden and Leo here. Caden, how you doing today?
Doing great, Max. How about yourself?
I am also doing great. I'm pumped up. I'm excited because it is another Super Bowl weekend, Caden, which means lots of bets, lots of action, lots of eyes on the sport of football this weekend. Caden, give us your thoughts.
So yeah, obviously big Super Bowl 59. We get a repeat between Mahomes and Hurts. It's the fourth ever repeat in Super Bowl history between two quarterbacks. And yeah, like you said, we're going to go through the game, go through some of our bets, and we're not going to go through some, I guess, the novelty bets.
Yeah,
we're not doing like
prop bets.
we're only doing prop bets. We're not going to be doing like Gatorade color or national anthem over under
coin flip.
We're not doing any of that. So we're going to stick it to actual football bets.
What you see on our IG every week is what you're going to get this weekend, guys. Just because it's a Super Bowl, we don't stoop that low, all right? We're not degenerates on this channel. Next segment.
Yeah, so we'll start like we always do. Obviously, this is the Super Bowl. Chiefs, Eagles, like we said. The Chiefs are a 1.5 point favorite here, Max.
Caden, point and blank, coming out the box. The Chiefs are not three-peating. It's not happening. They're not doing it. Mahomes is not that guy, all right? They're not three-peating, Caden, all right? Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley are going to find a way to get it done. The Eagles are going to lean on that running game. Saquon Barkley is going to be the MVP of the Super Bowl. He's going to be crowned. He's going to cash 2 touchdowns. All right, that's my first bet. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there to the people.
At plus 295, by the way.
Which is horrible odds. But it's going to happen, so that's why you're betting it anyway. You're going to get plus money. Cool. Take your plus 295, right? Throw $10 on it. Saquon Barkley is getting 2 touchdowns. Write it, pencil it in stone. It's going to happen.
What's your score prediction for this game?
All right, Caden. For this game, I mean, we're going to continue to talk more in depth, obviously, but I have it coming out 34-31 Eagles in what I feel is going to be a barn burner, a banger on national television for the Super Bowl.
So, yeah, first off, I want to say, like, the spread's 1.5. The over-under's at 48.5. If you guys if you want to play a teaser in this, I think a really good teaser is you get the Eagles at 7.5, so you keep it within that touchdown spread. And you take the over at 42.5. Both of those, I think, should be really good plays. You tease that together, you'll get your probably minus 120, minus 130-ish odds, and that should be a really good play. It's not, I guess, one of my official bets.
That's a great
because they're all singles, but this teaser, I think, is a really good play. Speaking of the actual game, though, I don't want to see Mahomes three-peat. I also don't really want to see Jalen Hurts get a ring.
Are you kidding me? You're going to pick the Chiefs?
I am going to pick the Chiefs.
You're a sicko.
I'm not going to be betting against the team that's showed time in, time out, that when they reach this big game, they don't lose unless you're playing Tom Brady. And they're not playing Tom Brady. They're playing Jalen Hurts.
Guys, I'm sorry to tell you, but if you guys didn't know, he's an undercover double-agent Mahomes fan.
Not at all.
And, you know, I feel betrayed because this whole playoffs, this whole podcast we've talked about, you know, being against the Chiefs, being against evil, taking a stand for what's right. And to the left of me, my, you know, podcaster, my good friend, my buddy Caden Carabench has just picked Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs to win.
Yes, I am, because
you're a threat to freedom.
Sir, don't like the Chiefs at all. I don't want to see them get another ring. I don't want to hear the talking head sports pundits like Nick Wright just babble on and on about Mahomes somehow for some reason being the GOAT after this. I don't want to see any of that at all. But when I'm using my brain looking at these two football teams, the Chiefs have done it obviously 2 years in a row.
Correct.
They've been in all of these big games and they just find ways to win. Even like this team is one of the worst Chiefs teams we've seen in these recent years, and they're still back here in the Super Bowl. They still beat the Bills, beat the Texans, and while their offense might not be at the same par as we've seen, their defense, I think, is better. It's going to be hard to slow down Saquon, as every team has struggled to slow down Saquon this season. While he might still have a good game, I just think the Chiefs are going to find a way to come in and get this win. My score prediction, well, I don't think it'll be as high as your 34-31. I do think it'll be still high scoring above that. I think even just taking the over straight up at the 48.5 is a good play, because I think the Chiefs win this game 28-24.
Not a bad score prediction at all, Caden. Now let's kind of hop into how I believe the Eagles are going to have to get this done, right? Obviously, we know they're going to be leading on Saquon. First and foremost, the Eagles are going to have to strike first. They get the first points. They put the pressure on the Chiefs, take a little pressure off the defense. That's going to change things. Second, they have to take advantage of their big play opportunities. Devontae Smith's going to be open down the field, all right? And Jalen Hurts is going to have to make that throw and hit him. And if he does that and he takes advantage of the play action pass game and hits his deep throws and hits it when it counts, not noodle arming throwing ducks like he did, right? If he does that, the Eagles are going to pull away. And that is why I also put for my bet kid 225 plus passing yards out of Mr. Jalen Hurts. Because
plus 121, by the way. So another plus money play.
Right. Just because everyone knows Saquon's a threat. The Chiefs are going to be loading the boxes. They're going to dare Jalen Hurts to beat him in the air. They're going to dare him to throw because the Chiefs and Steve Spagnuolo feel they're comfortable blitzing, right? That's what they've shown. They're cool with sending everyone and putting the pressure on and letting their corners play man-to-man. Is A.J. Brown, is Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert going to make a play?
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that, while, yeah, they're, like you said, they're going to be loading the box, trying to make Jalen Hurts throw the football. And with that, I have Dallas Goedert over on his receiving yards. It's at 52.5 and minus 112. He's been Jalen Hurts' favorite target this postseason. We've seen it obviously against the Commanders. We had a really big game. We saw it before against the Rams, a little different in the snow game, but he likes Dallas Goedert. He's like kind of I know Jalen Hurts is a rookie, but you kind of say it like we said, the rookie, it's like a safety blanket.
All quarterbacks need a safety blanket.
And Dallas Goedert seems like that guy where he'll run his little 5-yard out and you'll just check it down to him.
Correct.
And those add up. You get like 52.5 receiving yards. I really like this play. The Chiefs are also not a good defense against tight ends. They've allowed lots of yardage and big plays to tight ends this season. I think the Eagles are going to try to attack this when they're not obviously running the ball to Saquon. They'll try to find the ways to get Dallas Goedert the ball, try to get those plays. And then obviously you're going to have to try to take your shots, whether it be to a Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown. I just don't know how often those will really be. I think it'll be more in the passing game of throwing it short, trying to make A.J. Brown miss a man in space, Dallas Goedert just get those yards, like pick up a first down or something. So I do like that. And also speaking on the passing side, I like Saquon Barkley over 2.5 receptions. It's plus 145. I know you see Kenneth Gainwell more as the receiving back in this offense. But yeah, a couple screens. I mean, you see, like they're going to be expecting them to run the ball to Saquon or maybe like a read option with Hurts running the ball. You get a couple of those little play action, then you screen it or whatever to Saquon, get that little throwback, get those yards. I really like how he could be either that or like a little check down if you're guarding Dallas Goedert, guarding Brown, Devontae, those type of players. You get the checks downs to Saquon, where he's been averaging a little over 2 catches a game this season. He just needs to get that 3, and I really think this is a good spot for him.
A fantastic point, Caden. Ultimately, we know who's going to be the X factor, and that's going to be Patrick Mahomes on that offense, right? What are the Chiefs' offense be able to do? They've struggled to get to 30 points this season, Caden, but when they've done it, they've won. All right, that's going to be their target margin for this game, obviously, and they're going to have to limit the Eagles. But one person who I don't think will be limited in this game is Travis Kelce. All right, like you've said, the Chiefs have been here. They've done that. Him and Mahomes have this connection. Regardless of the coverages, he's going to be open. And I don't think he's necessarily going to go off and torch the Eagles. I do think he's going to get the 7+ receptions that we can get him at for plus money.
Plus 118.
Plus 118 in this game, right? Mahomes always dunks it down. And Travis Kelce has the habit of running these 5-yard, option routes where he's just always open.
No linebacker wants to guard him. Just runs 5, turns around. Hey, I'm wide open.
Right open. And I just feel like, it's too easy for Mahomes. They're going to connect. He's going to be looking for him, and it's going to happen inevitably, right? Like I said, I'm going to smash the over. I think this will be a high-scoring game. For that to happen, Travis Kelce's going to get the football.
For sure. If the Chiefs do want to put up a lot surprisingly, we saw against the Bills, they put up 32 points. Travis Kelce only had 2 catches, which was kind of surprised to see. But you think now in the Super Bowl where we've seen Xavier Worthy have this really good playoffs. He's been getting a lot of the balls. They're trying to get Hollywood Brown involved.
Yeah.
But I still think when it comes down to it, when you need a catch here or there, he's going to find Travis Kelce, his favorite player who he's been with this entire time where you need that play, he's going to find Travis. I like this play with the 7 receptions. Yeah. Speaking of that, so I obviously think the Chiefs are going to win this game. So my last bet that I have in here is plus 120. It's Mahomes to win Super Bowl MVP. I think if the Chiefs win, it's going to go to Mahomes unless we get
Jones goes 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble.
Or you have kind of back in 53 when the Patriots beat the Rams. If it's a low-scoring game, you have someone like Julian Edelman who had like 11 catches for 130 and stuff. Like that really would be like I think like the only way. Or if someone on defense, like you said, Chris Jones, or like we have like a pick, like someone with 2 picks, including a pick 6,
of course.
But
momentum changing.
But like if we have a normal-ish football game and the Chiefs win this game, Super Bowl MVP is going to go to Mahomes. He's going to get another one. And when you see that, like plus 120, he's obviously the favorite. Next closest is Saquon. And I just think if you're thinking the Eagles are going to win, Saquon Barkley to win Super Bowl MVP, I think it's a great bet.
Yeah, for sure.
But since I'm more on the Chiefs side here, I think they're going to find a way to come out on top. I think you get Mahomes, you get him at the plus 120, and you just ride with that as if they win, he's more likely than not going to win the MVP.
Well, Caden, I think that's it for my thoughts. I'm excited for this game, right? I don't want the Chiefs to win. I've made that clear. But we're going to have to see what happens. I just hope that the referees don't have an impact in this game. What are your final thoughts on it all?
I agree. I do hope that we don't get any just brutal calls that affect the game one way or another. Phantom holds. I mean, that was a hold back in whatever, it's 55, 57, whatever that Super Bowl was. Yeah, that bad play by the defense. But, yeah, we don't want to see that or Jalen Hurts on a tush push actually getting a first down and them not calling it a first down. I want to see
That'd be crazy.
I want to see
touchdown.
Yeah, I want to see some clean officiating.
Yep.
And I just want to see a good Super Bowl. It's our last game of the season.
It is.
Last game until back in September.
Last football for a long time.
Unless we're watching some UFL, which
we
always check in on.
We'll talk about some
UFL. We might talk about it, but we'll probably watch it a little bit. But real football don't start back up till college starts at the end of August. So it's our last game for a couple months.
A lot of months without football, kid. It's going to be fishing time here soon.
It's going to be fishing time. It's going to be baseball time.
Yep.
It's going to be talking about the draft process.
Most definitely.
So let's hope this season ends with a really good football game.
Most definitely. We thank you all for listening, and we'll see you all next time.